Castlevania episode 6.
What's funny is Castlevania is one of those episodes when you're watching it, time flies. Cause I watch episodes, I'm like, we're already done.
Yeah, there's a lot of action.
And I think it's because of I'm telling you, the story's great and the dialogues, and when they start talking, it gets you so enthralled and wrapped in. You don't even know they've been talking for a minute now. Next scene passes, credits are rolling.
But yes, episode 6. Am I tripping? Episode 6 was very interesting because a lot of
I like writing the miscellaneous names down, like Lord Ruthven. Keep going. I'll tell you who that is.
Who?
I'll tell you that.
Lord Ruthven.
I'll tell you who that is.
So yes, we left off episode 5 with basically Richter
meeting Just Belmont,
which is his grandfather.
And they're having a talk by the lake at this point,
outside of the pub, basically. You know,
this is after the pub. It is
just literally took Richter's whip and just literally whoosh, some vampire who tried him basically said, "Oh, the last time."
You know that Jay-Z song? I'll show you how to do this,
son.
That's
man,
what he did.
Yeah. He's like, it's a little heavier than I remembered. Yeah, he leaves the pub. And Richter's right behind him, like, yo, who are you? Who are you? He tells him, I'm Just. And he's like, Just who? He's like, oh, I thought you were a lot cleverer than that. I'm Just Belmont. Finds out I'm Gramps. Finds out I'm Gramps. And then we start off the episode, and
we're finally, after all the talks and the rumors and the gossiping, we're introduced to the Messiah, and she comes in like you had said, Met Gala style. We've said since the beginning that the fashion in the Castlevania Nocturne has been over the top.
Yeah, but not this one. This one is way over the top. She literally looks like she's dressed for
I don't know what effect they threw on that. I don't know if they threw IG filters on her when she came through, but
oh, the way the horse is all glistening.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, everything's bright like his daytime.
You saw how she looked when she...
She's
making sure that everyone saw her gold.
The gold, everything. Her whole intro was crazy.
Drota greets her. She feasts on her gifts of that little girl, remember?
Yeah. So weird.
They're like I said, they're great at creeping you out.
Yes, very, very.
We're back to Richter having a reunion with his grandpa, so they're going through the whole you left my mom. He's like, yeah, I should have been a better father. I should have went with her. You know, they're going back and forth about that. That's why I called that little power a reunion. They're catching up.
The same vampire at the end of the last episode who said Richter got what's his name? Richter got what's his name's head? One of those vampires. He got his head, and now I'm gonna go get Richter's head. He pops up.
Wait. Oh,
Big buddy. I don't know his name.
I know you're talking.
My
bad.
With the hoodie and the chains.
What I was gonna say is before we get there, why they're having that reunion, just explains why he can't do magic, and they go over that. How they go over how he. I guess it's an emotional thing. I don't know. I guess it's a traumatic thing because the same thing happened to Richter. He had a traumatic experience where he stopped doing magic. For Just, it was him losing his wife and his friend.
Grandma.
And that's why I mentioned
Richter's grandma.
Lord Ruthven.
Lord Ruthven?
That's the vampire that killed Grandma and
Richter's grandma, Just's wife.
And while they're having that powwow, Just goes to take a piss in the bush, and that's when these fools come through, the vampires
they come through, and Richter's just like, he kind of is like on his P's and Q's. He's like, what's going on? It's too quiet. He's looking around.
I got shook for him. I'm like, where's Just at?
Yeah, because then they all pop up, and then Just is in chains. 4 of them?
There was more than that.
Four?
I think it's 4 or 5.
4 or 5. 5 of them pop up. Buddy has like a big old axe or a hammer. What is it?
Something like that. Pike axe, something like that.
Some crazy thing. And he's just, it's not enough though. It's not enough. And like you said, he had like an awakening, like an emotional awakening.
I'm not gonna lie to you. He had himself a Dragon Ball Z moment.
Yeah, he turned Super Saiyan, but then low key he turned into Ryu.
He got his swagger back.
He put the bandana on. Now I'm freaking Ryu from Street Fighter. I'm hitting you with Hadoukens.
James Brown, the big payback. He went to town.
He got ice magical powers.
It was a real dope moment to him, especially when remember when he started getting busy. Someone tried to cut him in the neck and like,
yo, the blade went to the neck and ice.
Real slick
stopped it. My man had elbow ice.
Doing them dirty.
Crazy.
Doing them dirty.
Yeah. He hit one with the whole blue flame or whatever.
Engulfed him. He's like, yeah, I was gonna say something deep and awesome right here, but he said fuck it.
I don't got none. I got none here. And then Buddy the hunter basically starts to scour away because he's like, whoa, this guy's he's leveled up. He's Super Saiyan right now. I'm trying to get out of here. Doesn't really work out the way he wanted. Just kind of gets out of his chains that he's in, takes out the whip, and yeah, things get crazy. Also, wasn't there a scene where Maria?
Wait, before we. What about Maria? What?
Maria and her father were having a conversation.
Not yet. That's that. Before we get there, we get to a scene of Annette talking to her ancestors, and she was talking.
Annette
and she was saying,
doing the whole conjuring power.
And she was complaining to them about how Richter had ran, but she doesn't know that Richter's having his own moment. And she's like telling her like, don't worry about that. Everyone is supposed to have their moments. And Annette was complaining about how she was complaining about her powers ending up because of the massage on the way and all that other stuff. And her ancestors like, nah, it's not that it's not strong enough. It's that you're not listening. You're not hearing what they're trying to tell you. So she's having her own moment. We go to the cellar. Edward is singing. And you remember he starts talking to the night creature, talking about some You remember this moment more than me when he's talking to one of the night creatures, and he's like.
So the one night creature that's in front of his cell has long red, orange hair.
I think it's orange.
What was his name though? I forget his name. It was like a French name. Basically.
And I missed this part.
I went back a couple times and saw so he was part of the group. He was part of the group that was in the forest with Maria, all the like you know what I'm saying, the fight back group, the fight back group.
Like
the revolutionary ones. And I'm not talking about the Edward and the ones that came from the island of Haiti, but I'm talking about the ones that were in France. And there was this one guy, orange long hair, who you can tell was infatuated with Maria. He was every time Maria spoke, he was like, you know what I'm saying? Or every time Maria wanted to go somewhere, he was there. And he was one of the groups, including Edward, that got caught up and got turned into night creatures.
I remember seeing his body being
in the carriage. In the carriage, and I kept pointing him out. I'm like, yo, why do they keep still shotting him? You know?
Makes sense.
And now he's in front of Edward's cellar, and what does Edward ask him? He's like, what do you remember?
And he tells him like, the last thing he remembers being in the forest. Remember, he's with the girl. Like he's giving glimpses, but he can't give you exact memory. And he's saying that he liked her or something like that.
Yep. And then that's when I put 2 and 2 together. I was like, what's his name? What's his name that was in the forest with them, with Richter, Maria, and Maria's mom. That's him. And that right there kind of just like what we were talking about, how these night creatures are starting to realize like they were people before they were night creatures.
Which is crazy. These aren't your night creatures like Castlevania with Trevor and them.
We're
The
just
first
straight
season.
monsters.
These...
I talked to Winston about this. They had a different resolve. Those two Forge Masters were on some other stuff.
True.
What's our guy's name? Black Buddy? Damn, what's his name, Tommy?
Did it begin with an S?
No.
R?
No.
H?
Isaac.
Wow, you got it.
Isaac and what else? Isaac and...
The other one's on H or N?
You know... Oh, Hector?
Isaac and Hector, you got
Hector.
him.
You know what's funny? I didn't like Hector because he was such a scum. But Isaac resolve was so crazy that these night creatures, remember at the end, they started to become smart.
Mm-hmm.
They started to talk.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time we saw a night creature talking, because Hector's night creatures was just beastly.
Mm-hmm.
They were, hey, do my job, go out and kill, go do what I have to do. Isaac removed himself and he said, no, it's time for me to do what I want to do, because there's no nice in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he pulled up on the dock and the people were there?
Oh, wow.
And he's like, the last time I tried to do something nice, I got screwed over. I learned I'm not doing anything nice.
Yeah, season 1 was crazy.
But yes, let's digress. So basically, you know,
okay, keep going.
Though, like these night creatures are having a kind of a identity crisis, because the Forge Master that basically brought them to life, they don't have that resolve. And also, he's not a real Forge Master. He just has a spell on them that makes them listen to him.
It ain't like he's cooking them how
Isaac and Hector were actual Forge Masters with magic. This guy's not. He doesn't have magic. He doesn't have magic. So
we get to a scene of Aurochs explaining to Mizwak why Richter is scared of him, and Aurochs kind of goes into a story of where he's from. That's what the guy's name is. I wrote it down. The night creature you're talking in particular, his name is Jacques.
Jacques.
Mm-hmm.
I told you it was some French name. Jacques.
Mm-hmm.
Jacques.
And then we get to that scene of Abbott and Maria chatting in front of the church.
Abbott and Maria, that's what I was talking about. And she's tearing him up.
Every time she meets him, she's
tearing him up. She's like, you're a what, priest or whatever,
something like that. She always
you should be keeping it in your pants or something. Like this is a sin anyway. They don't know about me, do they? Of course not, because you should be. And I was like, woo, child.
Lighting him up.
It
was awful.
Correct.
He deserved it though. Don't get me wrong. He deserved all that and more.
100% deserved it. And how did we end?
I think we went a little too forward. After this talk, that's when the vampires ambush Richter and them, and then his powers awaken, and that's how we end the episode.
Oh, we did go for it. You're right. He gets the awakening. He turns into Ryu / Super Saiyan.
Because I remember this episode kept on going back and forth. It wasn't at a slow pace. The pace was, in particular, it was treading along, but it kept on going back and forth. We
were with the Messiah. Then we go to.
We got a little bit of anything. Everything. We got Annette.
Then we go to Annette. She's with her ancestors.
Then
we go back to Richter with Gramps. Gramps, yeah. And then we get to Maria.
We even get Aurochs.
We get Aurochs and his
Mizrak.
His bull thing for the time being. Yo, the way he took 3 steps in. Like, hey, yo, don't talk about my lover like that.
We get the Abbott and all of that. A lot happened in that episode in such a short time.
And then, it finishes off with Richter
finally awakening with his powers. He's finally Super Saiyan Richter.
Super Saiyan / Ryu Richter.
Throwing Hadoukens and all of that.
Facts.
And that was episode 6. We got 3 more episodes to go.
3 more? 3 or 4? It's 10?
I thought it was 9.
9, you're right. It is 9. Yep, 3 more episodes to go. It's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting.
Very.
And that's all the anime news we have for you for now.